Joins us today, and we'll be meeting some of his friends in a few minutes. What is your philosophy of hair? How would you express what you do?
Well, basically, the industry has changed drastically in the past few years. Hair is becoming more of an art form. The textures, the compositions of hair, texture itself has proven to be that you can do just about any given shape you can with it. However, the thing we're working on now is just really bringing out the individualism of each individual we're working with.
And what's implied? You have to talk to you have to know that person before you start to do hair, right?
Right, Fred. Communication plays a key role in this. Talking with a person, finding out where they're coming from, so that their finished product is a true reflection of how they feel inside.
We have some video to show you of Melissa, who was here a day or two ago. We'll take a look at that videotape, and then we'll talk a bit about Melissa. There she was when she came to. How old is Melissa?
Okay, Melissa is 13 years old. And when she came to me, well, to get right down to it, the sides were very, very heavy. As you can see, they're just so far over the years, they're not really giving much accentuation at all. And the center part is somewhat detracting from the eyes. The after look, as you can see, we've taken the sides very close, and I did a texturizing technique to the top, which is called slicing the hair. And by that, you sort of decompose the hair texture with the shears, with regular scissors, but by doing so, you come to a very soft, airy texture up on top. And then I went very, very close with the back and sides so that you could see sort of a combination of two textures, but as you can see, the finished product is very soft looking.
Well, we should have Melissa come down and join us here for a minute. Melissa, would you like to have a seat here with us? How are you this morning?
Fine, thanks.
Were you nervous when you decided you were going to do this project and let him do what he wanted to do with your hair?
A little bit.
What did you all talk about? Did you tell him what you wanted?
Not really. Well, kind of, yeah.
So in a
it's
way,
an exchange,
yeah.
Actually. It's an exchange where the client sits down, and just by looking at her at first, she's 13 years old. She must project the feeling of the age that she is. She's 13. Hair to her should be very fun, very easy, and very much just a part of her life at the moment.
And we might just take one more look at how she looked before and how she looks right now. We'll split the screen, and there you can see it.
It's a nice image, yeah.
Yeah, very nice image.
Cool.
Are you happy you see yourself there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it looks great.
This is the true Melissa.
Thank you very much, Melissa.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here today. We're going to take a look at our next friend who is going to join us here today. Her name is Maria, and Maria is a little older than Melissa. We'll see how she looked the other day when she came by for her videotaping before Scott and his friends worked with her. Okay. We'll see that momentarily, perhaps. No, I guess. No. Well, let's just...
Well, let me verbalize it,
all
actually.
Right.
Maria came to me with a situation that a lot of 17-year-olds have. There it is. It's a bi-level look, and this is a look that a lot of late teenagers like. It's a look where they want to keep their length, but the sides, yet they take it short to try and create something happening around the face. What we did with Maria was, she wanted to keep her length, and I was sensitive to that and agreed to keeping the length, and I just created a little more definition. Oh, there's the after.
Now that's dramatic.
Okay, so there's a nice dramatic image. We kept the length. We created a little bit of a solid line at the bottom. But again, what you're seeing a lot of is the tops being very aired out, very texturized, very soft. Geometrics is a thing of the past. Geometrics meaning very hard lines, very hard lines, very strong lines. Women want to look and feel like women again. They want to feel feminine.
Okay, let's have Maria come down here for a minute. We'll find out how she feels about her new look. Are you happy today?
Yes.
Sure, it's good.
Were you startled a little bit with how dramatic the difference was?
A little bit, but I'm glad I did it.
Now, is there a little mousse in your hair right now?
There's a lot.
There's a lot of mousse, but it's a different type of mousse. This mousse is more or less based for shine. And nowadays, the cut creates the lift, not the mousse. We're looking not to have the products do the work for you, but more so let the cutting technique do the work of creating the lift. And in Maria's case, we also did a process called glossing, which added a lot of shine. Kenneth, my colorist, put this glossing technique, which is a semi-permanent color that lasts about 6 to 8 weeks. It came off very nicely. If you see the before, if we have a split image of the before, you can see that the hair was a lot duller before, and and it's just got a lot more life, not only within the cut, but within the texture itself, because we're dealing not only with the outer line of the cut, but we're also dealing with the inner texture itself. And that airiness is what really makes it attractive, I think.
Is that going to fit your lifestyle, do you think?
Yeah, I think so.
No question about it, huh? And that's a spectacular blouse you're wearing today,
Thank
too.
you.
Well, thank you very much, Maria, for coming to be with us today. Enjoyed the work that Scott did with you. Thank you very much indeed.
She looks good.
And we're moving up, well, not really up through
Not
the
up through the ages.
you know, but,
We're going at small jumps,
yeah,
but
little small jumps.
right.
Let's take a look at our fourth and final model, and there's how she looked just a few days ago. And you can see
Leanne doesn't look very happy because it's been a while since she's had her hair cut. As you can see closely, she has about 1.5 inches of roots. The color of blonde that was selected for her hair was a very pale blonde, and as you can see, Leanne is very fair complected. And one thing you don't do is you put a lot of you must have some depth of color coming from somewhere, either in the skin tone or the hair, otherwise it puts too much pressure on the makeup doing the work for you. As you can see in the after, Leanne we've deepened the color to a rich coppery red. Texture-wise, cut-wise, just a very free-form shape, somewhat in a mid-length, kind of full, a little bit on the dramatic side, but as you can see with Leanne's bone structure and with just the way she carries it off, that to me that's her. And I think from talking with her afterwards, she really felt the role of the whole transition. She was really feeling good about it.
Well, Leanne, what do you think? That's the important part.
Great.
Are you happy? Mm-hmm. And
I love it.
Did you have an idea what it was going to look like, or how dramatic the change would be?
I know it would be unique.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, we have again now the close-up view of you as you looked just a couple 3 days ago.
That's an interesting transition.
Yeah.
As you noticed in all of these looks, Leanne especially, a lot of the hair is coming forward these days. If there is a consistency of where hair is directed, it's directed forward, both in its thinking as well as in the actual direction of the hair. The strands from the sides and the fronts in all three girls, whether they were short fringes or long fringes, have all been directed forward to create more softness and to frame the face more.
And fits your lifestyle, do you think? Mm-hmm. What did your friends and family say?
Oh, my family loves it.
Oh, good.
Leanne's a school teacher.
So you're on vacation right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Final word about
Final word about Leanne. She's one of my favorite transitions of the four in terms of where she was before and where she is after. I find just the whole Cinderella process of before and after is very exciting.
Scott, we thought we might take a few phone calls here. 578-1000 is our number, and good morning. Come on, go right ahead.
Good morning.
Hold on just 1 second here. Good morning, your question.
Yes, I'd like to wonder if you do the same process for men.
Yes, it's funny you mentioned that. We were just talking about that the transition and the thought process and the communication between stylist and person, regardless if that person is male or female, is virtually the same. Working into what your lifestyle is all about and where you're coming from, so that the image that you project is in fact an image that you feel inside, both for your role in your working career as well as your role as an individual.
Your question, please. Good morning, go right ahead. Are you there? Hello, your question.
Yes, I'd like to know what could you do about, I used a no-line perm on my hair.
Yes.
And now it's starting to fall out.
The perm is starting to...
Are you losing hair, or is the perm just coming out?
I believe the hair is coming out.
Oh, dear.
There are two types of perms. There is a perm that relaxes hair, and there is a perm that puts more body into it. Which type of perm did you have?
Oh, gosh.
Did we lose her?
Respond, yeah.
It's going to be a rough question to answer without knowing that. I will say that depending on your regrowth will probably be the determining factors to, when you need that process done again.
Hello, your question, please.
Yes, how you doing?
Fine.
Good.
I went to your shop, and I'd like to say it's very clean, and everybody's very nice, but when I had my hair cut, I asked the gentleman to cut it the way I liked it, and he didn't do it the way I liked it.
He didn't?
He did the way he liked it. He thought maybe that was best for me.
Did this take place in my salon?
Yes, I'm afraid to go back there again, because I don't know if it didn't look bad. It looked good, but it wasn't what I was looking for.
I think communication is really the key, and I think if you consider this an open invitation to come back into the salon, I will personally have a consultation with you And again, I think in a lot of these cases, we've heard this. I think every salon in the world has had this situation where there was a miscommunication, where the two people did not agree on the look that they were really set on. And I think it's a stylist's job to really make you feel comfortable with the fact that he or she understands what you're trying to get out of the look, and that your end product should be something that you do feel good about. So please consider this an invitation to come back in and let's recommunicate on it, because that's really all we're talking about here.
Good morning. Your question.
Yes, I was wondering how much one of those haircuts would cost.
Okay.
My haircuts start at $15 complete by one of my stylists, and they graduate up in price according to the amount of experience of the stylist. I do like to, as a catalyst, get as much of consultation as I can with every new client coming into the salon, both in making you feel comfortable with the change of environment as well as making you feel comfortable with the communication, again, necessary between you and your stylist.
And your question. Hello there.
Yes, I'm 53.
53.
Yes.
53.
And I've let my hair grow for 17 years.
Okay.
And I don't do anything with it. I just
see.
put it in a bun,
Uh-huh.
braid it.
Uh-huh.
And it looks nice. It looks conservative. But I have no idea where to start.
I would say at this point your hair is very long. Is it waist length hair?
A little past the waist.
It's past the waist.
Yeah, I'm 5'5", so it's a little past the waist.
Okay, I would probably like to get you in front of a mirror to really come with an idea of shape, because at that length, I'm sure we could just go just about anywhere you wanted to go with it. I would have to see your face in order to make that determination, but I'm sure that at this point you're tired of wearing your hair up and away from your face. And generally speaking, anybody that wears their hair long and away from their face shows a lot of confidence in their face, so that you could handle short hair very well.
Oh, yes.
Without worry, because you're already exposing a great deal of your face as it is. You're not trying to cover it up, which is the first step in analyzing what your look should be.
But, you know, every person who has long hair always hates to lose it, hates to give it up.
Yeah,
it's
true.
It's traumatic, and
Yeah,
I
it is.
suspect that for our friend here it probably would be too.
Right, and
Does it make you nervous, by the way?
The reason I kept it is because that was my 7th child.
Uh-huh.
And I was very busy, with school years and that. Now she's 17, and the young one is 9. So I have time, and I went back to work,
Okay, well, so it's a tradition in a way.
so to speak.
it can be scary.
Yeah,
17
yeah.
years of growth to be cut off in a length of 40 to 45 minutes. It can be an emotional experience.
Well, you could pop in and have an evaluation.
Feel
That'd be the
free.
best thing to
Feel
do.
free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good luck. My daughter works for a fashion magazine.
Oh, yeah.
And she has very long hair, and the people that she works with say, no, don't do it. 'Cause, you're still young enough to do it. And
Right.
the stylist for the magazines will not cut Gwen's hair. She cut about this much off the other day. So I guess it's all individual. I mean, it's totally unlike what other people in this fashion magazine are wearing, but at least it's unique.
What it is again, I've been very repetitive about communication. It's the sensitivity of a designer, regardless what it is they're designing, whether it's makeup or hair, understanding where a client is coming from, caring enough about what that client wants to project to make them want to achieve it. And in each one of these cases, I do want to mention, before I go on, that Michelle did a lovely job on the makeup on these girls, as you see them panned. But the sensitivity is so necessary into reading into what an individual needs, because her walking out of our chair, out of our salon, feeling good about herself, it's the best thing we could hope for.
All right, Scott, let's look ahead. What do you see happening with hair in the leading salons in 1986?
As I've said today, it's going to be a lot of individual work. Stylists, knowing obviously where the clothes are going, are somewhat of a determining factor of where hair is going. But regardless of the directions of hair, you will see long, you will see short, you will see mid-length, you'll see just about every variation in texture around. It's that individual's height, bone structure, lifestyle, and all of those things, and the fine-tuning of the communication between designer and client to come to reach an agreement with a finished product that everybody feels good about. And feeling good about the look is what fashion's all about.
Thank you, Scott, for coming out this morning on the